What would the word owner trigger within a basketball player in 2019?
I feel as though just the word owner, it still connotes, it still gives that visceral reaction of one human being taking ownership of another human being.
Some teams within the NBA have decided to show how progressive and tolerant they are. So they've stopped using the term owner to describe the owner of the team. They're instead using terms like governor. Let's see what the city of Cleveland thinks, home to the Cleveland Cavaliers. A lot of teams within the NBA are recently starting to take away the term owner to describe the owner of the team, and they're replacing it with a governor of the team. Have you heard about this at all?
I heard about it.
What do you think?
I didn't really see it as a problem, but it seems really like progressive that they're taking that jump, especially like now.
I could see where they're coming from. It's definitely pretty possessive to call someone an owner.
Does that make any sense to you?
It does, I'd say. Yeah, it makes sense.
What do you think?
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't really, it's just a word.
I feel like I get where they're coming from with like being offended by it, but at the same time, I don't see the offense in it.
It sounds as if you're trying to enslave a person, owner, so I feel it was inappropriate.
Okay, so it was inappropriate to
Yeah.
use the word owner.
Yes.
They're just saying the word owner kind of goes back to slavery, so we need to make sure that we aren't being owners of a team. Does that make a lot of sense to you?
If you take it down that route, that makes sense.
I honestly would prefer owner because governor implies like, well, actually, now I think about it, owner because you can't really own people, but with governor it's just like they're leading them. Maybe if the owner was elected, it would make more sense.
That's silly because if you're the owner of the team, you're the owner. You know, like if I'm an employee, I'm an employee. You know, simple as that.
There's a lot going on, like racially in America at this moment. So for the NBA to take away something that people really isn't sensitive about, but is still doing it, it's a really good sign on their behalf.
Do you agree with the notion that it's insensitive to the people of color?
I mean, I'm not a person of color, so I couldn't speak on how they feel about the word, but I mean, I guess if you were descendants of slave, it might connotate imagery that doesn't bring up fond memories.
I guess just whenever you think of someone as an owner, it definitely brings to sort of bias of like power over somebody, and definitely like I don't think me or anybody likes the thought of someone having like full power over another person.
Isn't that what a manager is?
Yeah.
We're in a generation, a society where language is important, so I think we need to choose our words carefully, and I understand why they're doing it.
There is a political correctness that you can apply with it, but then there's emotions behind it. So you can use a word that could trigger a raw emotion in a person. It could touch on a sensitive nerve. Yeah.
What would the word owner trigger within a basketball player in 2019?
I feel as though just the word owner, it still connotes, it still gives that visceral reaction of one human being taking ownership of another human being.
I can see where they're coming from. I mean, I honestly never had occurred to me before, but when it is brought up, considering the team is entirely based off the people inside of it, and not so much the land or anything else, the brand is all about the people who are in it, then I can see where they're coming from. I would say I would agree with that.
If you guys like what you're watching, and I know you do, make sure you go to my personal YouTube channel, youtube.com/CaitlinBennett95. There's going to be behind the scenes, podcasts, live streams, things that we can connect more on a personal basis with, so you can see what you're funding. You can see where your donations are going that you donated at patreon.com/CaitlinBennett. So subscribe. I've talked to a lot of people who say that it is insensitive and we have to be more appropriate and politically correct to people of color because we have to make sure their feelings are okay. And, you know, If an NBA player is making millions of dollars, do you think their feelings are hurt?
I mean, not really. Shouldn't be at all. Like you said, they make millions of bucks, and I don't know. It's really just like pointless to me. Like I don't know.
Why do you think it's pointless?
Because it's like I said before, if I'm the owner of something, I'm the owner. I'm not gonna give myself a title that I'm not.
Right. Kind of like the owner of a restaurant. You don't own the people. You own the brand. You own the restaurant.
Sure.
I guess it's so that the players can feel like they belong to an organization. I would think it would be kind of like, who is it? The team that's owned by the city. And to the players.
The Cavaliers?
Not the Cavaliers. Shoot. You guys on the tip of my tongue. Wisconsin's team.
What's Wisconsin's team?
The Wisconsin Badgers, I think. College? There's no NFL team in Wisconsin.
Bruh.
Team in Wisconsin is the Green Bay Packers.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
And that's why you need to get Brainforce at InfoWarsLife.com. It keeps you mentally focused and able to actually remember things that, if you're a sports fan, you should probably know off the top of your head.
Wow, what a shame.
It doesn't bother me if people change it because it's not me who thought of it. It's not me who it bothers. So it's one word that still doesn't really change anything. It's one word that now makes other people feel more comfortable. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
What other words in society should we change?
I can't think of any right now off the top of my head.
None?
None off the top of my head.
How sick are you of all of this being brought up and things that shouldn't be?
I feel like it can be harmful because it can invalidate actual occurrences of so it's kind of getting to be a bit much.
Do you think that we should be changing words that have no connotation to slavery in 2019? Nothing about them. Should we be changing words to appease the feelings of a few?
No.
I disagree.
Do you think we should do that with other aspects of our life? Change words or titles that have always been used to appease people's feelings, or should we stick with, logic? It makes sense that he's the owner of the team. What do we do with the rest of the things in our life? Because this is just one aspect, right? Where we're changing titles, we're changing science, we're changing logic to appease people's feelings. How far do we take it?
Again, I don't think if it doesn't bother me, and I don't think it should bother people that want to keep it as much as it probably bothers people that actually associate those words with something else. So it's a word that it shouldn't. It doesn't matter what it's called because the job, the title is still the same, I guess.
Do you own your car?
I don't own my car.
Oh, whose car do you have?
It currently is owned by the bank. I don't own it yet.
Okay, all right. Well, Godspeed on owning your car. Last question. Do you own your glasses?
I guess technically you could say I own the glasses.
Okay, very interesting. So you have car keys on your lap. Do you own your car?
Yeah.
So if someone owns a team, what's the difference?
Are you equating a person with a car?
I'm talking about the team. He doesn't own anybody. He doesn't own any people. He owns the team.
But my car is made up of just like 4 tires, and a team's made up of people. Big difference.
So what is the difference?
Between a person and tires?
Does someone own a restaurant?
Yeah, but they don't own the people inside the restaurant.
So someone owns a team, but they don't own the people on the team.
I get what you're saying. I do, but it's just different.
What word do you think would be better to use instead of owner?
Man, I don't care. I mean, if they want to be executive managers or, whatever.
I think it's a good sign of them as like a company, like being like a head, like.
The owner?
No, being like the head, like.
I think even governor is a odd term. Maybe manager would be a more appropriate term for a team name, but.
Because governors have some history with, right?
Right.
Do you think it's kind of politically correct?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Montel.
Nice to meet you, Montel.
What's your name?
My name's Kate. You like that name? He likes my name.
I'm okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's your name?
It's fine. I'm not interested.
What's your name? I thought we were doing like a round table, like getting to meet everybody and stuff, a good time here. Montel gave me his name. You don't want to give me your name? Why? I'm Caitlin. It's the what?
No way. Yeah.
Look at that. He realized who I am and his face lit up. Look at that smile. Big fan. Big fan. Thank you guys so much. So you guys know the drill already. InfoWarsLife.com. You can help support me by buying awesome supplements, the highest quality of everything Alex has to offer. Not only does it help me, but it helps you because you're ingesting great things for your body that help you go through the day. Turbo Force. I can't even drink all of Turbo Force because it is so powerful. So much caffeine, so many vitamins. I can't drink it all. It's too powerful for me, but it's great. You have to go to the store, support us there. Like I said, great products for yourself. My Patreon, you can support me directly at patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett. Get yourself a cool Clown World t-shirt at InfoWarsStore.com as well, because we are living in a clown world. I know you guys saw the debates. Get that shirt. Let's support the team. Let's defeat the globalists.